Hello everybody, just wanted to talk about the basic euro against the US dollar in a daily strategy that I'm giving away here to all you members. This is the file open here in front of me, and I just wanted to talk a little bit about it. Now, in column G, after the open, high, low, close, we have the formula average D1 to E7, which means that it's D and E on a 7-period moving average. So it's the 7-period moving average of the high and the low. And if we go down further, we'll notice that it's exactly the same. So it's basically copied it the whole way down to the bottom. Now, if I were to change that and decide that I wanted the high, low, and the close moving average, for example, I would just go over to this blue box here, and you'll see as I hover over it, little diagonal arrows up here. I would drag that across. After I do that, I'd hit enter, and at the bottom of this here you'll see a little toggle handle here, and you'll see a little cross, black cross up here. I would double click that and it would copy it all the way down to the bottom of the screen. You can see down here at the bottom even it's still got the black outline around it to say that it has been copied to the bottom. So that's one thing to watch out for, because if you'd had some data missing somewhere, let's say here, it would only copy to above that. So that's one thing to always watch out for. We'll notice that that has altered the plan very slightly, but it's still a very, very nice upward moving equity curve. So you might want to play around with the moving average, change the moving average to an open, high, low, close, change the period. You can do whatever you want. That's the great thing about Excel. If you were programming in MetaTrader or TradeStation or NinjaTrader, you would have to rewrite lines of code, which is quite laborious, and then run a whole test, which takes 10-15 minutes every time you want to change something small. In Excel, it's instantaneous. That's the great thing about it. Let's go back to the top, and I'll just talk again about the basics of everything. We get the buy and the sell columns. We got the total column, which adds those two columns, and if we'll see here in the formula bar, it multiplies it by 10,000. Now the reason it multiplies it by 10,000 is that we want to remove 4 zeros. Now you may have 5 digit data for the euro with some brokers, but that's not going to matter, because basically the 4th digit down is the pip, and the 5th one would be a part of a pip, a tenth of a pip, etc. So it's going to be by 10,000. If you were working out the US dollar, let's say the euro against the Japanese yen, which runs to just 2 pips, you would multiply it by 100. Similarly, if you were doing the SPX, the S&P 500, which runs to 2 pips, again you would multiply by 100. This just rounds it up. So for example, here if we go to H13, our formula is minusing F15 minus C14, so it's bought at 96.98 if we see it here, and it got out of that trade at 98.46 for a total of 148 pips. Now that's shown as 0.0148, but multiplying by 10,000 gives us 148 pips. If we look across at the chart K, the chart column here, we'll see that we're just adding that to the one above it in the K column, and that just gives us a cumulative total that runs down the whole way. So our total here is 7,384 pips, which is what corresponds to here. Now if I just as an example, I'm going to delete this chart and just do it again. So we're going to delete this chart. We're going to go back to our folder, go back up to the top. I'm going to select that which adds that to that. I'm going to copy it down the whole way. I'm going to go up to the top of the ribbon bar here. I'm going to click Insert, Align, a 2D chart, and it gives us this. That's Series 1 we never need. If we click on the top box here, you'll see that the little 4-directional arrow appears. We right click, we go to Move Chart, and we're going to move it to a new sheet called Chart 1. Now you may want to redo it. You might want to rename these. I've got Euro USD 1440 at the bottom in the tab here, which basically it's a Euro US dollar daily data and just one chart. But if you copy and have multiple sheets, you're going to want to rename things to exactly what they are, and you're going to want to rename the charts as well. So you may make a copy of this data sheet here by going to move to end, create a copy, click OK. We've now got this here. You may want to delete that data and put in data from another currency just to test that out, and redo another chart. And then when you redo another chart, you copy it into a different name. So for the moment, I'm just going to redelete that extra chart that I made. We're back up here now. I'm going to save that, and it's saved up here as a. I guess I want to talk about the different formulas, which you'll see in the formula bars here. And it's going to take a little bit of getting used to it. This is a very simple formula. It's just asking if, and then the AND says that there's more than one clause. If there was a one clause that we wanted to know if it was true or false, then we wouldn't need the AND. But we have the AND because we have three clauses. This first one here, D7 is less than D6. The second one, E7 is greater than E6. And the third one, F6 is greater than C5. And if all of them are correct, then take C8 away from F9. And if they're not all correct, just print an empty cell, which is inverted commas, with nothing in between. So that's basically it. Now this is going to take you some time to get used to, so you should have a look on the internet. There's lots and lots of help files for Excel. Lots of very good books out there. You can spend 15 quid, $25 on Amazon and get a wonderful book. You can download some videos. There's a tremendous amount of help files for Excel. On this issue, I'm a trader. I'm not an Excel expert. I don't program VBA, Microsoft Visual Basic. I only know the formulas that I use. I've had to learn them myself over the last 3 or 4 years. They're not something I trained at or went to college for. I know a little about it. So no matter how much you know as much as I knew when I started out, or you may know more than I do now. And you may find that there's better ways of doing things than I'm doing it. And that's great. Good for you. Just, take those on board and use whatever you want. I'm just here to give you ideas. Okay guys, that's it from now for the basic intro. I'm going to make another video about this strategy as well to help you guys along. Thank you very much.